Hello everybody. I thought today we would do some Oceanic Reiki on a grid. So I'm just going to start laying out some shells, and I'd like you to start grounding yourself. So grow those roots out of your shoulders and down past your hips and knees, through your feet and into the ground below you. And they'll grow downwards and downwards and downwards until they reach into the earth and root themselves into the crystal and mineral pools, maybe into the inner ponds and lakes and rivers, on the banks of them. To make a sigh out and just start to ground yourself, starting to relax your limbs, relaxing your head and your neck, your shoulders, your arms and your fingers, moving down your body now, your midriff, your abdomen and lower back, and then down your thighs and your glutes, your shins, calves and ankles, and your feet, including every toe, just checking for tension and gently letting that tension go. I've just realised you can't quite see the bottom shell. There we go. Let's just adjust that a little bit for you, right? As we put the last ammonite on. And we use ammonites and shells as well as crystals in Oceanic Reiki. They work very well together. And these ammonites bring a really deep healing. Just get some little stones out. So, crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral and base. And just transpose this into your body. Watch what we do. Okay, so we've grounded. Now we'll need to protect. So I would like you to imagine a spinning disc of light and love moving down from the heavens, enveloping you in a layer of protection and light. Before we start, let's pull some cards and see what we're going to work on today. And these are by a friend of mine called Lynn Thurman. I'll put their name in the show notes. She lives in England. And they're lovely cards with nice simple images of the beach and nice simple words. like to choose some cards for the collective. I'm going to choose 4. The first one is the plank for the consequences in our life. So we'll place that there. Second card for the collective will be commitment. And the third for the collective will be prominence and the figurehead. And the fourth for the collective be the sea otter and your ability. I'd just like you to imagine that you are lying on a beach somewhere or sitting on a beach looking at this. And first of all, we're just going to shake off the energy. Any energy that is not yours, anything that has happened this week, all the way down the chakra line. And perhaps it is that you have commitment and there are consequences from this commitment that take prominence, but the sea otter brings in the ability for you to deal with them. Okay, so I'm also going to light this candle. And as well as the protection that moved and enveloped you from above, just imagine this candle flame at the center of your being, whether that's your heart or your solar. Just imagine that flame glowing and growing and pushing out of you, creating a ball around you, to the front, to the back, to the sides, above and below, creating a ball of fire. Okay. And relax. Nobody wants anything from you at this moment, and nobody needs anything from you at this moment. So first of all, I'm just going to clear the energy with this abalone shell. And this works on an anti-vortex, so anti-clockwise vortex. So it spins the energy out, sucks it up, and now I'm just going to run it down you as you look as well, in case you can't feel that. I hope that's down the middle. Clearing. Just clear down your arms and sweep it away. And down the other arm. And down your legs. Clearing the crown, clearing the third eye, clearing the throat, clearing the heart, clearing the sacral, clearing the solar plexus, and clearing the base. I'm also going to clear the meridians with these very small Wintle trap shells. So I'm going to suck the energy up on this end and spiral it out of the back. Really drawing energy out of you that does not need to be here. You may feel it working and tingling down your arms and legs. Move it in other areas over your body because there are meridians pretty much everywhere. Okay. We'll leave those there. Leave them level with the heart because that is the center of your being and the center of the chakras. So I'm going to put them like that. Just to draw energy out. All right. Now I'm going to spiral some energy back into you. And this is a chakras shell, very fast acting shell. It's a pyramid shape. And I'm just holding it and directing energy into the crown, filling it up with that beautiful pearlescent rainbow energy, helping you to think through the things that you need to make, the commitments that you need to make, helping you think of the consequences and what takes prominence, and to trust in your ability. I'm going to work on the third eye at the same time with this thought in mind, because this is where you think of the things you need to do. This is also where you worry, isn't it? So thinking things through, seeing the bigger picture, helping you make good decisions. And I'm going to place 2 shells here that will bring the energy in. I'm going to place this pagoda shell. This is a shell that swims very deeply, probably 250 meters down. And it's called a pagoda shell. So I'm going to spiral the energy into the crown, helping you reach for the stars. And then at the third eye, I'm going to use this Japanese wonder shell. And it was a shell that they actually thought was deformed when they found it first. We're going to spiral the energy in, and I'm going to spiral that in from this direction. So those will work. And we'll put 3 spirals there. In fact, I might just place that on there like that. So those. We have a dragon here, you can't quite see it, but oceanic dragons work with us, and they breathe their oceanic rainbows to cleanse and clear anything that comes off and gets kicked off. Okay, so now we are working at the throat center. And I'm going to use just use a limpet just to really clear this area, so we siphon it off with this. Any stuck chi. I'm using a heavier shell here and a different one, just so you can see what we use. And limpets suck onto things, so it has a sucking action. But I'm using a heavier shell because this energy center is quite a problem for some people. So we siphon that off. I'm just going to place that there. Now we're going to just I'm going to use this fresh river mussel because it's a lot gentler. We're just using that to shine the light in. I'm going to hold one up to you, and I'm going to hold one down at the board. All of my shells are in pairs, apart from some of these delicate ones used at the crown because they're very expensive. Just gently feel that shining the pearlescent light back in of the pinks and the golds, the greens and the purples. Know that it is gentler because it is fresh water. You can also see pearls inside both of these shells, pearls of wisdom, so you talk with wisdom. Working through your problems, working through the consequences, talking about the commitments, working out which problems take prominence over the others, dealing with that first and knowing that you have the ability. To imprint, I'm going to use this turbo shell with silver to just direct energy in to your throat. I'm going to place it this side so it rests where I want it to rest. Okay. Alright, now we're at the heart. I'm just going to reach into my shell bag and again we'll just use this to siphon off any energy, any heartache, any worry. Anything you've been through in the past or going through in the present, just clear it a little bit. Remember, the fossils bring in deep healing down your ancestral line, down your karmic line. They work through the layers. We'll use this like a crystal. It's called a true heart cockle, and it's what sailors used to give their sweethearts when they returned or left on a voyage. So I'm just going to pop that there. And I'm also going to use a small green turbo shell or turban shell to spiral the energy back in. So we've got the pink for the higher heart and the green for the lower heart. This is also a turban shell, a different variant. There are many different variants of a lot of these shells. And I'm going to leave that to rest. It'll take a little while to get the angle. Okay. Alright, and now we're going to move down to the solar plexus. And I'm going to use a different coloured turban shell for this. I'm going to use one that is sort of golden colour. But first of all, actually, I'm going to draw energy out into the cavity. So we do use these like crystal wands. Just pulling that out. And I'm going to pull it out of you. Just give all of the excess baggage, the dents in your confidence, the worry that you can't get it right to the shell. Knowing that you can do whatever you put your mind to do. Might take a little while, it might be hard, but you will grow and learn from that. And then again, we spiral the energy back into it. So now I'll move down to the sacral chakra. And a lot of people have aches and pains around this area. We're going to use these false egg cowries. And we are just going to pull any pain and anguish out into them. Any polyps on the ovaries, anything at all in that area. Period pains, even aches at the lower back and the lumbars. Just gently pulling that pain out and trapping it into the cavities of the shells. And these cowries are used in Oceanic Reiki as pain relief. But they also stand for fertility. Cowrie shells were used as currency around the world. A lot of tribes will make girdles or belts with tiny little cowries on that shake and jangle as they move their bodies in fertility dances. And I believe that these eggs cowries were given to pregnant ladies in Japan and the Orient to bear down on and as good luck talismans. Okay. I'm just going to get a larger one now and just pull any pain out from you. Just feel it gently tugging. I've got room for everything on here, have I? And then I'm going to draw the symbol in so that it keeps working. And chakras. So again, I'll do it down you. And the teeth grab hold of the energy and the pain. And chakras. And now we'll move down to your roots. Okay, I can't find my sea urchin. Okay, not the one I wanted to use anyway. Ah, there it is. I knew it had dropped out. And we'll bring grounding into you with this. Grounding the treatment in. Just going to place that next to it. I'm going to use a mitre shell, like a wand again, so that sucks in the energy, that end, and spirals it out the other end. Can't see my hand there, can you? I better spiral it out a different way. So any worries about your home, your commitments, the consequences, we'll just spiral those out. Think about your ability. What skills do you have? What can you use to help yourself? Everyone has a different skill. Nobody is useless at anything. They might think they are, but they are not. Okay, so we're going to spiral energy down into that crystal now. I'm going to spiral it to you. And feeling the fossilized sea urchins, and sea urchins stand for balance. They are pretty symmetrical. Let me just... They're symmetrical and they are pretty much sacred geometry, aren't they? And this is a fossilized one. And in the UK, in the olden times, they used to scout for these on the beaches below my house. And they were called lucky stones. There was a roaring trade in them. This particular one has come off the south coast of England, near to where I live, and I had a friend who polished it up. A lot of them are coming out of Madagascar now as well. So I'm just going to ground in the treatment by running that down your center line. And then we're just going to shine this down, sealing it in, just in case we've missed anything. Asking the shell to correct it with its cleansing vibration. It's cleansing and aligning and balancing. And as we finish the treatment, I'd like to thank the guides and the helpers and you all for watching. Thank you very much. I enjoy making these videos for you all. And then finally, for a little bit of joy, we're going to bring out the dolphin. I'm just going to pop that in that shell there. Bring the joy into your life in whatever way you can. Love and light to you, and thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time.